2025 is going to be absolutely magic for you. And especially if you do what I'm sharing with you in this video, a simple, small, yet I can't even explain in words how much power this thing has. So first of all, my story, when I was some years ago, desperate, stressed, working I don't know how many hours to solve things, I experienced the bad way of using my imagination, the bad way of thinking and feeling, and it led me into a disaster. And what I'm sharing with you in this video, a small shift that can help you change your reality in ways that you didn't even think was possible. And I've seen it for myself. I've seen it for people that I've helped on seminars, helped in coaching sessions and things like this. Just this small little tweak and playing with your imagination can open up the doors, open up the portal to some magical things. I'm speaking about more money in your life. I'm speaking about more success, maybe with your business and just taking your business to the next level, opening up for new projects, opening up for new customers, clients, whatever it is. I'm speaking about your health. I'm speaking about your relationships. And I am speaking about you creating your reality with your own mind, with your own feelings, and you're creating your reality right now. And if you're not satisfied, if you want more of all the good stuff in life, what I'm sharing with you in this video is opening up the portal to abundance, to flow of money, success, health, love, all the good stuff. So, first of all, some years ago, and I shared that in another video, some years ago I was desperate. I did very good. I worked hard and I did very good. I had 20 apartments here in Copenhagen. I had a good job and I had a good salary. Everything was going good until the disaster. But when I joined the seminar, when I began working with myself, when I got a coach, when I began asking myself the questions and changing the way that I ask myself the questions, and that's what I'm sharing with you. When I did that, it changed. But before that, as I said, the apartments, the good job, everything was good. But when I look back, inside of me, my mind, my feelings then, my mind was thinking, at some point this is not going to work. At some point I will lose it all. At some point I will be in a big debt. At some point I will be a failure. At some point I will prove that I'm not good enough for all of this. At some point I don't deserve all of this. That was running on in my mind. So even though in this world out here, I did work, I did create, I did all of these things, but in my mind, in my program, I had those thoughts going on. And as I said, on the next level, a little deeper than that, in my emotions, there was a lot of fear of losing it all, a lot of fear of being a disaster. And guess what happened? Because that's how you and I, we create our own reality. Most people are not conscious. Most people don't understand what I'm sharing with you here. And my experience, now 53 years old, is that it might not be easier, but that being said, it might be even more fun to begin to work with these things as older as we get. But this is what I'm speaking about here, is working for any age. So whether you are 20, 30, 50, 70, 100, it's so good for the brain to do these things. And why I keep having my cactus here in the background is a reminder for me, and in this video together with you, that this cactus was so small. And that's what the nature wants. The nature want to grow. The nature want the evolution, the growth, the expansion. So we limit ourselves when we think the thoughts that I was speaking about before. But now is the time. If you see this video here, if you want more abundance and more good stuff in your life, now is the time to begin change that. And you can do that with this small trick. So, as I said, it's like, this story about driving in the car. So you see a tree, you lose the balance, and you're driving off the road, you see the tree. The only thing you don't want to hit is the tree, and the only thing people hit is the tree, because we look that way. That's what happened to me. I didn't want to become a disaster. I didn't want to lose all the things that I worked so hard for. I kept so tight onto it, and I still was thinking this way: I don't want to lose it, I don't want to lose it, I don't want to lose it, but I didn't want to admit it to myself. But guess what? I was driving directly into the disaster of losing it all, of a $1.5 million debt, and a hole that I dug myself into that became harder and harder to get out of. I was thinking only one way. So if you know what I'm speaking about in any area, because it can also be health-wise, it hurts in my body, and suddenly it's just like the whole body's hurting, and it's the only thing we think about. So here comes the shift. And this is something that it doesn't take a lot of effort, but it does take some effort. And it's up to you. It's up to you. How fast do you want to change your life, your results, your reality? Well, the more fun you put into this, the more curiosity you put into this, the more you play with this, the more you will experience it possible to happen even faster. But if you watch this video and you're on your bike or you're running, or just listen to this, listen to my words, just experience my energy, and just let it go through your mind. Let that and my words just go through your mind. Let it be there. And if you want to take it to the next level, well, listen consciously. And next level, take notes. Next level, begin to play with it. And of course, the more you play with it, the more you will experience these things. And obviously also give it a like if you like the video, because that will commit your energy into this. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. You will see new videos from me, which will help you keep your mind focused on where you want to go. That's the trick. Not what you don't want, but actually begin focusing on what you want instead. It was so difficult for me, what I'm sharing with you now, but it doesn't have to be that difficult. Because first of all, what I had to do, if I work with clients, we go deep into these things, what I had to do was begin being conscious about what's going on inside of me. Begin catch myself when I was thinking disaster or bad thing is going to happen. Even if I had a call, or if I was going down to the grocery shop, sometimes my mind was playing tricks with me about what could go wrong there. But when we begin becoming conscious about this, when we begin, and then the trick here, instead of using our imagination to create something disastrous like I did, something we don't want, why not begin using our imagination, be the captain of our own ship? Yeah, so what about thinking about thoughts we would actually love to experience in our life? Thinking about things that you want, that you would love to experience, instead of the things you don't want. That's the change that I began playing with. So instead of looking at don't want, look at what do I want, and think those thoughts. And here it comes. So what you can do, what helps a lot, what helped me a lot, is asking questions. Asking great questions. So instead of, again, looking in the disaster way, begin asking yourself questions that look in your imagination of your desire way. So, for instance, if you have a call with someone, a client or a potential business opportunity, ask yourself the question, what if? And then something amazing happened. What if this person was my next biggest client? What if an opportunity came out of this meeting? Ask yourself questions like, if you go to the gym, and normally you don't do a lot, maybe ask yourself the question, what would happen if I go to the gym and I just have an amazing time there? If I'm just like feeling pumped after the gym, or if I meet a great person to speak with at the gym, ask yourself these questions. So instead of, which was one of my things, okay, money's always leaving me, maybe ask instead, okay, what would happen if a lot of money came my way? What would happen if money came to me and more money came to me, what would happen if I actually was a money magnet attracting money into my life? Asking questions like that, because what happens is we'll use our imagination, we'll use our brain power, but you will begin looking in the direction of the things that you would really love in your life. So when you begin looking in that direction, instead of focusing on that tree, now focusing on the tree you actually want. So when you take the steps, when you begin walking, whether you know what it is or whether you don't know what it is, begin walking and begin asking yourself the questions of greatness all the time, of your desires all the time. What would actually happen if happened, something you desire? What would actually happen if I was walking and feeling fit and healthy and energized right now? How would that actually be? Asking yourself questions like this. And let your mind begin working with the things. Don't make any plans for this. Maybe that was one of my biggest things. I always had to plan things. But this is not something that we need to plan. Just ask yourself these great questions and let it happen. Just see what happens and then follow the inspiration. Like I said, just begin walking. Just begin walking. And trust me, I saw the impact that these funny questions had. And maybe for some people it's one time, maybe for other people we have to go to the gym a little bit more, do a little bit more reps, but doing the reps and asking yourself the questions. So, okay, I see my mind is going that way. Something negative I'm thinking. Okay, let's stop, pause. Let me look in that way and let me look for something I actually want and then ask myself the question, what would happen if I actually had that? What would happen if I actually was that person? What would happen if that actually became a client or a customer? What would happen if me going to the gym actually made me more energized, actually made me look better, actually made me feel better? What would happen? How would that feel like? How would that be like? So I hope this inspires you. I had a couple of not enough space on my phone here, so I had to stop it a couple of times. I think I solved it. So I hope this inspires you. And again, I believe 2025 is going to be amazing. Just doing this thing can help you in a way that your life will be so much different. Whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is that you want, just asking yourself those questions. So feel free to connect with me here on the channel, and also below the video I put some links there. Feel free to connect with me, and I really wish you the best. So a lot of great energy your way, a lot of success energy your way, and a lot of love your way.